Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God Chapter 11, Success, Wide Open, Smart Suming Boom. Swish! The soaring flame slammed into Suming's original position and collided with the vines that sprang from the ground. The vines had no effect at all, but they were a little weird, dangling, as if they were looking for something. And the flame-tailed Blue Lion was very puzzled after seeing that there were no corpses in the place where he attacked. According to its experience, at least there will be charred corpses, but why not? But at this moment, a familiar smell of silver wolf came from the side. The flame-tailed Blue Lion slowly turned his head, and what appeared in front of it was a human being covered in silver armor with a crescent mark on his forehead. And behind the human being, there is a silver wolf that turned into a phantom, roaring at it. This kid succeeded. Jotao, who was flying in the sky, looked at this scene and said incredulously. At this time, Zhongjing had also retracted the vines, looking into the distance in disbelief. As for the other instructors, their faces were also full of different expressions. Instructor Zhang, what happened to Suming? Hearing the explosion, Guodong didn't bother to worry about the beautiful instructor in front of him, so he couldn't help asking. But Zhongjing shook her head and said softly, "No, but Suming has become an armored envoy." "Oh, that's good," Guodong said with relief. But for a moment, with a dull expression, "What? Suming has become an envoy?" In an instant, the entire second class was like a frying pan, and then this state spread to other classes. Armored ambassador? In the third high school, there are students who have become armored ambassadors. The most exciting one is the principal of number 3 high school. Xiancheng is just a small city. In the era of divine recovery, there are hundreds of such cities, which are under the supervision of the 5 major capitals. Therefore, in general, high school students in small cities, students with black iron middle grade phantom beasts, are not bad. As for becoming an armored envoy, that is a university training course. Normally, if you want to cross the first step of armored envoy, it is estimated that you need to cultivate to around the bronze level. But now, the third high school has a black iron armored envoy? This is no different from a prodigy who is admitted to a university in an ordinary city. I never imagined that this most difficult step was actually taken by him. Zhongjing murmured with a strange look. Anyone who has come here understands the difficulty of this step. As for the future road, just follow the normal armored envoy to practice. But they never imagined that the most difficult step, Suming, relying on the gold finger, completed it in just 1 minute. Host, Suming status, Silver Wolf armored level, Black Iron middle grade talent, Eyesight, normal, Alpha Wolf, normal, Moonlight, normal, Phantom armor, Fuyo, Black Iron, skills, Yu Min, Black Iron, Silver Blade, Black Iron, Moon Speed, Black Iron, Wolf Howling Bullet, Black Iron. Note: Fuyo used the power of moonlight accumulated by Eudemons to condense into a small moonlight body. After looking at his status panel and feeling the changes in his body, Suming took a deep breath. I finally understood why the armored envoy was powerful after using the power of the phantom beasts. First of all, the power of Eudemons will be combined with the power of humans. According to normal logic, the power of human beings is not worth mentioning in front of Eudemons. But you must understand that if you want to become an armored envoy, your body must be trained. At this time, Suming, after systematic evolution, has evolved towards the strength of the phantom beast body. The combination of the two naturally surpasses the strength of a single Eudemons. In addition, due to the small size of the human body, the power consumption of the Eudemons in its body will also be reduced. In addition to the magic armor skills and the skills of the magic beasts themselves, this is equivalent to an enhanced version of the fusion of magic beasts. Of course, to the outside world, it may not be so obvious. But through the panel, Suming can still easily infer many things. Then, next, Ziyawai, we are going to enter the strongest state. Recovery Moon. The Phantom Armor skill Fuyo is equivalent to being able to create a small moon, which seems useless. But for the Silver Wolf and the state at the moment, it is very important. With Suming's cry, the Silver Wolf Phantom roared, and suddenly turned into a small bright moon 30 meters above the sky. A round of moonlight shone down. When Fuyo took shape, Suming knew that this skill could only last for 1 minute, but it was enough. Moonlight. Hoop. A terrifying silver radiance covered Suming's entire body. and then his breath began to skyrocket. When it rises to about the same level as the flame-tailed blue lion, it gradually stops. This made the instructors in the distance all stare blankly. The intensity of this breath is completely close to the bronze-level armored envoy. That kid, how can you still improve your combat power? But at this time, Suming didn't know what the instructor was thinking. Yuemin. Moon speed. Swish. Suming suddenly disappeared in place, and when he manifested his figure again and appeared next to the flame-tailed blue lion, his original position turned into an afterimage and slowly dissipated. At this speed, even Jotao couldn't help squinting his eyes. Silver blade. Suming, who was wearing the phantom armor, slowly raised his knife and slashed towards the flame-tailed blue lion. In an instant, a silver moon blade nearly 2 meters long condensed in midair, with a terrifying sharpness, and slashed towards the flame-tailed blue lion. This time, the flame of the flame-tailed blue lion was completely unable to weaken the damage of the silver blade. When that attack slashed heavily on Qingxi's body, a painful roar sounded on the battlefield. I saw a 2-meter-long wound on the lion's body, and a large amount of blood began to flow out. Wow! Seeing this scene, the silver wolf phantom behind Suming showed an excited look. But Suming was extremely vigilant. Because of the eudemons in the wild, after being injured, it means that they are going to die. This is indeed the case. After the flame-tailed blue lion was injured, he did not care about his own injury. Instead, he showed a more vicious look and looked at Suming. At this moment, the flame tail behind it began to burn violently, and a blue flame began to slowly take shape. Is this about to unleash the final flame tail attack? Suming flashed the flame tail blue lion's information, which was its most powerful blow. Alright, save time for procrastination. Seeing this scene, Suming has no scruples. His hands were folded together. Violent energy fluctuations began to slowly condense together. There was even a crackling sound. Now in the strongest state, condense. The strongest wolf howling bomb? 2 powerful energies came with bursts of terrifying aura. And the instructors in the distance, seeing this scene, knew that the battle between the two sides was about to end. On one side is a wolf howling bullet, and on the other side is a burning blue flame. When the energy of both parties reaches the highest point, they are thrown at each other at the same time. But at this time, Jotao, who was flying in the sky watching the battlefield, couldn't help showing a satisfied smile on the corner of his mouth. This kid is smart enough. Suddenly, Suming appeared behind the flame-tailed blue lion. Once again, a group of shimmering wolf howling bullets condensed in his hand. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1212. Resolution, Potentile, Covenant Invitation Boom. The earth-shattering explosion sound turned into a shockwave ripple from a distance, spreading to the surrounding. The phantom beasts by the lake fled in an instant. On the other side, the students present were also affected by this wave of spreading ripples, and their hair was messed up. But they don't care about these laughter problems, because the center point of the explosion is caused by their peers. Ding! Kill bronze-level eudemons, experience plus 1000, evolution point plus 1. As the prompt sounded, a blue lion with a huge belly torn open collapsed on the plain. I don't know when. The flame of its tail has also been extinguished. It's finally done. Suming couldn't help lying on the ground. The silver armor all over his body also began to fade, turning into a giant silver wolf and reappearing. However, the silver wolf that appeared this time was like a puppy, lying on the ground with its tongue sticking out, panting heavily, looking exhausted. The consumption is simply too great. The flame-tailed blue lion was very powerful, but with the power of one person and one beast after being armored, he was finally killed. Ming could not have imagined that the first armoring would be so smooth. What Zhang Jing said was right. Sure enough, the armored body made the body meet the standard, and it would naturally be armored. As for the last blow of the battle just now, why not face off against the flame-tailed blue lion? Suming is not a fool. If he is also a phantom beast, he might have done it. But as a human, Ming understands his strengths. Obviously the speed is so fast, you can dodge it. Why do you have to face it hard? All of a sudden, don't you just overturn the target? How do you feel? A slightly charming voice came from above. I don't know when. A dozen vines burst out to form a rattan platform, and Zhang Jing was standing above, staring at Suming with a smile on his face. Instructor Zhang, I don't feel strong. Suming said with wide eyes, feeling the current state. The consumption this time is simply terrifying. It's okay to have no strength. If you still have strength, then it's not normal. It's the first time armoring. To be able to fight like this is enough of a monster. Zhang Jing smiled and said. Then, with a wave of both hands, the vines on the fair-skinned arms separated into several vines, entwined Suming, crossed the plain, and sent them back to the team. At this time, Suming discovered that all the students looked at him like monsters. Mr. Guo, this is Suming. What a good student you teach. On the side, Zhu Hong, the principal of No. 3 High School, with a big belly, pulled Guodong in admiration and approached Suming. When he saw Suming, he couldn't help but say, Student Suming, take a good rest. Seeing the principal in front of him, Suming was silent for a while. Remember this product. It seems that if you don't give a gift, you won't recognize the student's name. How can I remember my name? But in the next moment, Suming did not shine. Student Suming, in order to celebrate your becoming an armored ambassador, the school specially applied for a scholarship of 50,000 credits for you. Hopefully, you will work hard to win glory for the school when you take the college entrance examination. Good guy, once you get 50,000 credits. You must know that Suming has worked in the slaughterhouse and has not yet had 10,000 credit points. This is free money to yourself? Principal Zhu, don't worry, Suming must work hard in the college entrance examination. Regardless of the reason, this scholarship is indeed very important to me now. Okay, I, as well as the school, look forward to your performance in the college entrance examination. You rest for a while, and the other students will start special training next. After speaking, Zhu Hong left without disturbing Suming. At the same time, Suming also saw that more than a dozen instructors were present, all summoning their own phantom beasts to protect the students as they covered the sky and headed towards the lake. This special training has only really begun. Your name is Suming. After graduating from college, are you interested in joining the Star Alliance mercenary group? A loud voice came from above, and I saw Chief Instructor Zhou Tao descending from the sky. At this moment, Suming was slightly surprised. The Star Alliance should not look down on his own strength, right? After all, remember to recruit externally, at least with silver-level strength. Thinking of this, Suming couldn't help but said, Chief Instructor, my black iron level strength is not enough, right? Hearing this, Zhou Tao was stunned, and a hint of helplessness appeared in his heart. The high school student in front of me doesn't understand his potential at all. The strength is not enough, but the potential is enough. Now that you are an armored envoy, you have at least 2 more years of self-evolution time than others. Your future will definitely enter the gold level. The Star Alliance also has a policy of special recruitment of talents. Zhou Tao explained in a low voice. Suming was stunned, and then said, but my phantom beasts are of ordinary quality. How can I step into the gold level? Although he owns the system, according to common sense, ordinary quality eudemons are at the silver level at most. Going up is completely impossible. Suddenly, giggling laughter came from the side. I saw Zhang Jing stride, walked to the side and smiled. You won't go to contract the second phantom beast. At this moment, Suming remembered that every time the armored envoy advances, he can contract an phantom beast. Black iron level, in fact, you can sign a second phantom beast. It's just that the contract at this time will increase the difficulty of becoming an armored envoy, so the school will force you not to make a contract. But now, after you become an armored ambassador, you don't have to worry about this. Zhang Jing explained slowly. Suming suddenly realized that was the reason. Right? Armored envoys must train themselves to the level of matching eudemons. 1 phantom beast is so difficult. If you contract 2, wouldn't the training intensity be longer? Zhang Jing is a member of the Star Alliance mercenary group, the second team of 5 groups, and I am the captain of the second team of 5 groups. If you wish, I represent the Star Alliance mercenary group and invite you to join us. As for the treatment, according to the standard of the mercenary group, the annual salary of the bronze-level armored envoy is about 200,000 credit points. For silver, it's more than 500,000. As for gold-level people like me, the bottom line is 2 million. Zhou Tao, who was beside him, spoke directly. In an instant, let Suming not wait. Good guy, ordinary people, working for a year, will have less than 10,000 credit points. In the Star Alliance, the annual salary of bronze is more than 200,000, which is completely the rhythm of eating and drinking. I promise. Suming confirmed instantly. However, after thinking for a while, he asked again, but what if I want to go to university? You don't have to worry about this. After signing the contract, you will go to school as usual, and the mercenary group will still be paid as usual. However, during the university holiday, you need to follow the mercenary group on missions. In this regard, there are contracts for college students. Zhou Tao explained, and let Suming have no worries. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 13 National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 13, Evolution, Vision, Silver Moon Wolf King. Unexpectedly, Suming was invited to join the Star Alliance on the first day of the special training. When Zhongjing took the time to hold the Star Alliance contract and hand it over to Suming to sign, she smiled and said, I'll be a colleague in the future. When I look back in the regiment, my sister will cover you. This change made Suming feel very strange. In the morning, she was still educating her beautiful instructor, and she became a colleague in the blink of an eye. After thinking for a while, Suming couldn't bear it and fell into a deep sleep. The battle with the flame-tailed blue lion was too much consumption. When Suming woke up again, the moon hung high. The soft moonlight shone on the plain, and only then did Suming realize that his eyesight, even at night, could clearly see the scene on the plain. Is this the effect of the eye consciousness talent? At this moment, tents have been turned into camps and are set up on the edge of the jungle. Most of the students have stopped special training and are ready to rest. However, there are still a small number of students fighting against the wild beasts. Although his face showed fatigue, it was clear that today's special training was very fruitful. Everyone has gradually changed from a childish atmosphere to a stable one. The phantom beasts of more than a dozen instructors each wandered in an area, and their bodies were basically over 10 meters high. Similar to Zhongjing's Fengshan vine, it has also revealed its full picture, rooted in the plain, and countless vines are flying, protecting the scattered students. This is the power of demons above silver, and Suming knows that he still needs to work hard. Thinking of this, Suming couldn't help but summon the silver wolf. When he came out, and saw the bright moon in the sky, he let out an excited wolf roar, full of anger. The students in the camp couldn't help sticking their heads out, and it turned out that Suming woke up with envy. The news that Suming was invited to join by the Star Alliance had already spread throughout the camp. At this moment, Suming, the starting point of graduation, has surpassed countless people. Awake. Zhongjing immediately noticed when Suming came to the plain. Well, yes, Instructor Zhang, I'm practicing during the night. Suming replied. Hearing this, Zhongjing smiled and said directly, call me Sister Zhang in the future. The phantom beasts in this plain are not suitable for your training, and the bronze level has almost been cleaned up. Go back to a deeper area. You are fighting. Suming was stunned and looked around. It was true. But it's okay, there are not so many other grades. Silver Wolf's distance upgrade, but there is still a bit of experience. This experience will not be taken for nothing. Sister Zhang, I'll practice casually. Suming said. Zhongjing smiled, controlled the vines, nodded and said, that's up to you. Ding, kill. Ordinary demons, experience plus 10, evolution point plus 0.01 ding. Kill the black iron phantom beast, experience value plus 100, evolution point plus 0.1 ding. Ding. The rising of the night greatly increased the killing efficiency of the silver wolf. In this case, the remaining students were stunned. They killed a black iron phantom beast, just like fighting for their lives. As a result, Ming's silver wolf solved it with a silver blade. The major instructors also flashed surprised expressions when they saw this picture. The fighting power of this silver wolf seems to have improved a lot compared to the morning. This kid's phantom beast can improve its combat power at night. Zhou Tao was also amazed when he saw this scene. He understands that the fifth group has found a treasure. With this move, Suming is promoted to the bronze level, and it is very likely that he will leapfrog the challenge. Leapfrog? Definitely a sign of genius in this day and age. Ding, kill. Ding, ding, ding. The experience points are full. Do you want to upgrade the silver wolf level? Nearly 3 hours later, a system prompt sounded in Suming's ear. However, at this moment, Suming was not in a hurry to upgrade. Instead, open your own system panel to check it out. Host, Suming level, Black Iron middle grade talent, eyesight, normal, Eudemons 1, Silver Wolf evolution point, 3, counting the evolution points for killing the flame-tailed blue lion. There are now 3 evolution points. Seeing this number, Suming understands that a wave of evolution is possible. Thinking of this, Suming was silent for a while and said, System, upgrade the Silver Wolf level, and allocate 2 evolution points to the Silver Wolf to evolve. 1 point left, evolve myself. Ding, confirm the evolution plan, 2 points of Silver Wolf, 1 point of host. Yes. At this moment, inside Suming's body, a huge potential emerged again and began to flow throughout the body. And when this power flowed to the eyes, a stinging pain came. In an instant, Suming only felt his eyes, as if they were broken and reorganized. But as the pain disappeared, the moment he opened his eyes, everything around him changed. Even in the dark, everything around him has become the same as in the daytime, and even the microscopic creatures buried in the soil, Suming can see the whole picture. Host, Suming level, Black Iron middle. Grade talent, eyesight, Black Iron. Eyes recognize talent, advanced to Black Iron grade. Suming can't imagine how this skill will become stronger as it evolves. Did human evolution strengthen the 5 senses? But when Suming was thinking, a dazzling white light came from the side. The Silver Wolf, who was bullying the Eudemons, suddenly tensed up, and then with a woo came a strange roar. At this moment, the camp that had fallen into a deep sleep could not help but wake up. When they walked out of the tent and looked towards the plain, a dazzling white light appeared in front of them. Fuck. Whose Eudemons has evolved again? The special training also makes it impossible for people to live. Advance at every turn, evolve. By the way, there is also an armored one. I'm a good student, please give me the evolved phantom beast. I hope my classmates will not be ignorant of praise inside the camp. There were bursts of clamor, apparently recognizing that this was the scene of the evolution of Eudemons. At this moment, the bright moon in the sky suddenly transformed into a moonlight, and the focus was sprinkled on the white light. All the instructors who saw this scene were stunned. Heaven and earth feedback, is this grade evolution? Are high school students now so monstrous? But when the instructors looked at Pingyuan, they saw Suming standing beside Bai Guang with a look of excitement. Oh Suming, that's fine. We are all colleagues. Normal reactions? The white light gradually receded, and a giant wolf nearly 5 meters high appeared on the plain. The originally silver wolf body began to transform into the soft white of the moonlight. But the silver did not completely fade away, but turned into strange silver streaks, surrounding the entire wolf body. A manifested crescent moon was engraved on the center of the giant wolf's eyebrows. Woo! A wolf roar resounded on the plain. At this moment, the crescent moon above the giant wolf's head actually began to glow, interacting with the bright moon. Ding! The evolution of the Silver Moon Wolf King is complete. Ding! The Silver Moon Wolf King has been promoted successfully. Currently, top grade Black Iron. Ding! Xiaoyu Sirius Bloodline. Unsealed 10%. Asterisk National Armorization. Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1414. Monthly Seal. Test. Pass. Finally the evolution is complete. Ming murmured. This time, Xiaoyu's evolution finally changed drastically. Speaking of body size alone, it has more than tripled in size. At this moment, Xiaoyu, standing in front of the phantom beasts of the instructors, was finally no longer small, at most short. In addition to the most obvious crescent moon and wolf pattern, Suming found that Xiaoyu's other parts have also been fully evolved. Originally similar to wolf teeth, wolf claws, etc., all similar to the beasts before the divine resurrection. But this time, it turned into a highly concentrated crystal, and there was a hint of coldness from time to time. And its entire 5-meter-high body is actually very harmonious and slender. When Xiaoyu excitedly ran back to Suming and lowered his head, he seemed to be able to swallow a person in one bite. Seeing this appearance, Suming couldn't help but open the panel. Eudemons, Silver Moon Wolf King level, Black Iron top grade quality, rare talent, Wolf King, rare, Moonlight, rare, Moon Seal, rare, Howling Moon, Seal, skills, Yumin, Black Iron, Silver Blade, Black Iron, Moon Speed, Black Iron, Wolf Howling Bullet, Black Iron, Silver Pattern, Black Iron, Wolf King Cannon, Black Iron, Note Wolf King, can lead the wolf pack. Note Moon Seal. The seal blessed by the moonlight can greatly enhance the resilience under the moonlight. Note Silver Pattern. It can save the power of moonlight and strengthen the attack. Note Wolf King Cannon. Continuously release energy cannon. The quality has finally been upgraded to rare, and even the talent has been upgraded to rare, and the effect will definitely be doubled. The appearance of the moon seal is equivalent to increasing the life of the Silver King. As for the talent in the last seal, Suming estimates that it has something to do with the next stage of evolution. Howling Moon Sirius, which belongs to the Eudemons in the records, is classified in the epic range. Now that the 10% bloodline has been unsealed, it is completely normal to show the talent in the seal. In terms of skills, although the panel has not changed much, Suming understands that it must be all strengthened, but it has not yet reached the bronze level. The appearance of the silver stripes and the Wolf King Cannon once again enhanced Ziyawai's attack power and made him a trump card. All in all, perfect is this the Silver Moon Wolf King. Seeing how happy you are, this time the evolution has improved a lot. A slightly seductive voice sounded from the side. I don't know when. Zhongjing appeared beside the Silver King. In the sky, a pair of 10-meter-long wings stretched out in the darkness, and Zhou Tao also landed here at the same time. Sister Zhang, it's all right, Suming said with a smile. Looking at how proud you are, let's start the Eudemon's test, Zhongjing said again with a smile. Suming was stunned for a moment, then asked strangely, what test? The Covenant's rookie Eudemon's test. If it's a student, this test can be postponed. But now, looking at your current state, the second team of the 5 groups has decided to test you in advance. On the side, Zhou Tao said. Lightly. Then, he waved his arm, and a dazzling blue light shot straight into the sky. Wow! An eagle with a wingspan of 50 meters, covered with thunder and lightning, and covered with iron feathers, appeared in shock. Boom! After a loud bang, the eagle landed heavily. At this moment, the Silver Moon Wolf King stood in front of the eagle, and once again turned into a petite. Suming's face darkened. He couldn't help but use his gold finger to look. Eudemons, Thunder Eagle level, gold top grade quality, epic talent : field : skill : damn him, Goldfinger can only see a row of question marks. The epic gold level Phantom Beast, especially when he saw the word domain on the panel, Suming had a hint of sadness. Chief Instructor, won't let me fight it. Suming said sadly, this is a bird. But before Zhou Tao could speak, with a puff, Zhang jingled beside him. You hit a hammer if you really do it. Your Silver Moon Wolf King will be instantly killed. Captain Zhou, this is an epic phantom beast that has grown to its peak. Next, there are only 2 tests. One is to escape from the arrest of my Feng Shentang, and judge the results by time. The second is to attack the Thunder Eagle with all your strength, and let the captain test the attack strength of your phantom beast. Your test report will be submitted to the regiment for archive later, Zhang Jing said. This time, Suming was relieved. It turned out to be like this. After a while, it was almost dawn. Suming said decisively, then let's start. After all, the Silver Moon Wolf King is the strongest at night. Hearing this, Zhang Jing waved one hand. The 10-meter-long fengshan vine with dozens of branching vines took root on the plain. So this is the beginning, Zhang Jing said. Suming nodded, then shouted at the Silver Moon Wolf King, Ziyawai, dodge the attack of the mountain vine. Go, Zhang Jing shouted, and the first tenacious vine of fengshan vine stretched like a ball of thread, with a frightening sound of breaking through the air, and rushed away sharply. At this time, the whole body of the Silver Moon Wolf King flashed slightly, and the Yumin state was activated, and instantly disappeared in place, dodging the first vine and appearing at the other end. That's right, that's it. Seeing that the Silver Moon Wolf King was so relaxed, Zhang Jing manipulated the mountain vine, and instantly separated 5 vines and chased away again. With a woo, the Silver Moon Wolf King let out a low roar when he saw this scene. Then the silver lines all over the body lit up again, and the speed skyrocketed. Superimposed monthly speed? Dodge again. This scene made Zhang Jing's eyes flash with a dignified look, and subconsciously said, then I won't let go. Suddenly, dozens of vines of fengshan vine sprang out at high speed, turning into a spectacle that blocked the sky and the sun, blocking the escape range of Silver Wolf. As long as there is a gap, the Silver Moon Wolf King can be caught. At this moment, Suming said without hesitation, activate the moonlight. With a swoosh, the moonlight in the sky seemed to be pulled by something, shrouding the silver Moon Wolf King. In a short period of time, the speed of the silver Moon Wolf King skyrocketed again. Under the cover of the night, not even a shadow appeared, but vines flashed. At this time, Zhang Jing found that the silver Moon Wolf King could not be seen clearly. Branch. Vine cage, Zhang Jing said subconsciously. At this moment, the Fengshan vine, which originally had only a few dozen vines, actually split into hundreds of vines in a short period of time. And all the vines, on the open plain, directly form a cage. When everything was completed, I saw the body of the silver Moon Wolf King, which was stuck inside, knocking on a vine with his wolf teeth open, looking helpless. Seeing this scene, Suming sighed, this Fengshan vine is too shameless. Directly restricting all areas, there is no scope for the silver wolf to dodge. Okay, Suming, congratulations on passing your first test. Zhou Tao, who was on the side, saw this scene and said, Suming, National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God Chapter 15 Wolf Cannon, what's the situation? Passed. Suming couldn't help asking. Zhou Tao nodded. Zhang Jing, a silver-level phantom beast, uses 2 phantom beast skills to hit you with a black iron level. If it doesn't pass, it's not a test. Hearing this, Suming was happy. That's right, the silver Moon Wolf King is at the black iron level. There is a bronze in the middle. A look of helplessness also flashed on Zhang Jing's face, and Zhou Tao considered saving face for her. The branch and vine cage is the most powerful trapping method of the mountain vine. Now it's a shame for her to use it against a black iron phantom beast. But the speed of the silver Moon Wolf King, after rising to 3 levels in a row, is close to the speed type silver demons. Feng Shantang doesn't use any means how to catch it. Okay, next, attack Thunder Eagle with all your might. Zhou Tao shouted. The huge golden phantom also turned around and stared at the silver Moon Wolf King. I don't know when, all the vines have been retracted into Zhang Jing's arm. Xiao He, attack this guy with all your strength. Suming looked at the Thunder Eagle and said. But at this moment, Wu Silver Moon Wolf King growled, turning around and giving Suming a mentally retarded look. Fighting here is not just courting death? Suming didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Don't worry, they are just testing our abilities. Wu in an instant, the Silver Moon Wolf King said he understood. Then excitedly rushed forward, raised the crystal-like claws and waved. Swish! A 3-meter-long silver blade pierced the air with a violent sound, cutting towards the thundering war eagle. Ding! A crisp sound came, and when the silver blade touched the iron wings of the war eagle, it was instantly bounced off. Those red eagle eyes that were as sharp as a big bell looked towards the silver wolf, and there was also a slightly clear mentally retarded look. In an instant, the silver Moon Wolf King couldn't help it. Swish swish! More than a dozen silver blades appeared out of thin air and cut them off to the war eagle. But the feedback was still the sound of ding ding ding. The violent energy condensed in the mouth of the silver Moon Wolf King and turned into an energy cannon. Wolf Howling Bullet. This is the strongest attack of the silver wolf before it evolves. But at this time, after spewing out from the mouth of the silver Moon Wolf King, it became stronger. But when the Wolf Howling Bullet was about to land on the Thunder Falcon, he saw its wings and moved slightly. Clap! This powerful energy cannon was directly knocked to the ground by the wings. Puff! The sound of an explosion like a dud came from the ground. Covered by the Thunder Eagle's wings, the Wolf Howling Bullet has no power at all. This scene made Suming doubt his life. And the Thundering Eagle looked at the Silver Moon Wolf King comfortably. Ruthless, it's like bullying a child. Suming was silent, but the Silver Moon Wolf King couldn't take it anymore. Boom boom boom! More than a dozen wolf howling bullets attacked the Thundering Eagles from all directions. But after a few snaps, all the wolf howling bullets were slapped into the ground by the wings of the war eagle. Even if it explodes together, it is useless at all, and it does no harm to the Thunder Eagle. At this moment, Su Ming's eyes were clearly filled with a faint sorrow when he saw the Silver Moon Wolf King. Xiaowai, use the Wolf King cannon. Suming couldn't help shouting. At this moment, the Silver Moon Wolf King was stunned, lowered his head and pondered, what was that? After about 5 seconds, he gradually reacted. A powerful silver light turned into surging energy, flowing from the silver pattern, and condensed on the wolf's mouth along the pattern to form a light group. The crescent moon mark on the forehead exudes a soft moonlight, and at the same time it turns into strength and merges into the light group. The surrounding air seemed to freeze, and the energy light group in the mouth of the silver moon wolf king began to expand rapidly, and the rays of light shot into the sky. The thundering war eagle, who originally had mocking eyes, couldn't help shaking his lower body, and the huge wingspan covering Taiyu was subconsciously blocking the front. Zhou and Zhongjing also had strange expressions on their faces. Woo! A wolf howl turned into ripples and spread around. The energy light group in the mouth of the silver moon wolf king instantly formed a beam of light across the night sky, blasting towards the thunder eagle. Boom! The shocking sound resounded. When the wolf king bombarded the thunder eagle's iron feathers, it was like hitting a shield, unable to take a step forward. Boom boom boom! The continuous explosion sounded, and the silver moon wolf king was not an ordinary blow, but a continuous energy attack. 2 seconds, 5 seconds, 7 seconds. It was not until 10 seconds later that the energy beam across the night sky gradually dissipated. The body of the silver moon wolf king fell to the ground with a thud, panting violently with his tongue sticking out like a dead dog, with a look of fatigue and melancholy on his face. When Suming saw Thunder Eagle's triumphant expression at the moment, he also flashed a helpless look. I can't fight, I have to wait for the future to find a way back. Suming, I will send your test results back to the headquarters, there should be no problem. As for the comprehensive test of the armored envoy, when you are promoted to silver, the third phantom beast of the contract is talking about it. Zhou Tao said. Suming nodded, summoned back to the silver moon wolf king, and turned back to the camp to make up for his sleep. Xiaowei is so tired that she doesn't have to do anything tonight. Seeing Suming leaving, Zhongjing smiled slightly, and then returned to normal. Captain, how is this brother? Can you join our second team? Zhou Tao frowned slightly, shook his head and nodded again. It is certain to enter the second team, but I am afraid that the headquarters will not agree. Zhongjing was stunned for a moment, and a trace of unknown reason flashed. But at this moment, I saw an iron feather suddenly stretched out from Zhou Tao's back, protecting him in front of him. I don't know when, at the position below Taiyu, there was a burning wound. It was the place where the Wolf King cannon attacked. At this moment, a complicated look flashed across Zhongjing's face. In the next few days, the school team began to shift, sweeping the entire plain. The phantom beasts in the deep forest have suffered, and were rushed to the camp for special training by a group of phantom beasts with more than silver instructors. As for Suming, after the test that day, he also kept a low profile, not acting alone, but following a large group. The battle that day made Suming understand that he was still a scumbag and could not beat others. However, even so, every time the Silver Moon Wolf King appeared, other students were envious. After a week like this, the school's main force advanced to the core of the deep forest. It was also the day when Suming evolved. He saw a dark forest, star. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1616, roads, red eyes, human gifts. When they first arrived in the deep forest, the students looked a little timid at the entrance. But after a week of special training, I got used to it. But now, when it came to this core area, the sense of horror resurfaced, even stronger. And Suming, seeing this dark forest, doesn't feel very good. Although he can see the situation inside, his line of sight seems to have been cut off by the darkness, and it becomes blurry no matter how far it is. Chief Instructor, are you sure you want to enter here? Principal Zhu Hong, who followed, also broke into a cold sweat when he saw this forest. There must be something bad here, which may cause heavy casualties, so I couldn't help asking. But Zhou Tao said, it's okay, I didn't sense the aura of the Eudemon's domain. So, the Eudemons here will not exceed the gold level. Hearing this, Zhu Hongke finally felt relieved. At this time, after hearing the word domain, Suming's expression changed. He saw it on the Thunder Eagle panel last time, and he never asked. Taking this opportunity, Suming couldn't help asking Zhongjing. Hearing the question in the field, Zhongjing organized the language slightly, and then explained, well, this is a kind of strength evolution that belongs to the Eudemons after it has become a gold level. I will generally popularize it for you. Ordinary and black iron class phantom beasts only function as phantom beast tattoos and battles. And bronze level phantom beasts, after armoring with humans, will start to evolve humans based on their characteristics. Suming was stunned for a moment. What kind of situation does he belong to now? You belong to a special kind of bronze. Why do you say that? Because originally there was no black iron level. It all belonged to the bronze level. But later, as the research on eudemons deepened, it was found that the gap between the bronze level was too large. Ordinary phantom beasts, contract advanced phantom beasts, and phantom beasts that have been armored are all bronze, resulting in uneven levels of strength. Therefore, the division of black iron only appeared 100 years ago. After listening to this explanation, Suming understood. No wonder, the black iron level gap looks quite confusing. In short, the normal level starts with bronze armoring. Bronze eudemons began to evolve humans. Silver eudemons can inherit their physiques and strengthen them again, as well as protect their bodies independently. My instructors and I usually don't summon phantom beasts. According to the quality of phantom beasts, like ordinary quality, the minimum inheritance is more than 80% of the physical strength. 100% rare, 120% epic. There are many contracted eudemons, and they can be superimposed. At this moment, Suming realized why he said that the armored envoy was stronger. 1 eudemons inherits at least 80% of its strength, 2 are 160%, and 3 are 240%. Not to mention the eudemon's quality. So, isn't the armored envoy strong? And at the gold level, the eudemons will undergo qualitative changes, giving birth to the characteristics of a domain. This field allows humans to explore the rules of the world. For example, the rules of fire, the rules of water. Saying this, a look of envy flashed in Zhang Jing's eyes. As soon as Suming heard it, he understood that eudemons evolved into the realm, and humans inherited the rules synchronously. This is a bit perverted. And the chief instructor, Zhou, is that kind of person. Sister Zhang, where are you going up? Suming couldn't help but wonder. At this moment, Zhang Jing shook her head. I don't know. 1 level up is called platinum level. But I don't know what changes will happen to the eudemons. This part of the information is a state secret and will not be circulated outside. After chatting with Zhang Jing here, Suming also has a clear understanding of the future path of the armored envoy. Originally, I only knew that the armored messengers were divided into armored military messengers, phantom magic messengers, and Nianyi messengers, but now I understand. It turned out to be selected according to the evolution of eudemons. Having said that, I am still afraid of AP. Go back and evolve a little more, just be reckless. With Goldfinger, who knows how far Zaiwai can evolve? Outside the dark forest, the students began to enter one after another under the supervision of the chief instructor. Although it was indeed still fearful, after their respective instructors summoned the phantom beasts, everyone felt relieved. At this time, Suming looked at the surrounding environment and couldn't help frowning. He has the talent of eye perception and can see the surrounding forest clearly, and there is a dead silence here. After walking for a while again, at the limit of Suming's left line of sight, a red light suddenly flashed and disappeared strangely. Suming was stunned for a moment, then stopped involuntarily and stared at the left. At some point, a dark, cheetah-like phantom beast hid under a tree in the distance. It crawls there, like a corpse, motionless. In the dark, with the dark fur, no one paid attention at all. And Suming couldn't help but approached a little distance in that direction, and was surprised to find that the phantom beast still had its eyes closed. What's the situation? Eudemons are resting, Suming murmured subconsciously. But at this moment, a pair of scarlet eyes suddenly opened. The phantom beast suddenly approached Suming for a certain distance, then fell down again and closed its eyes. Suming felt a little creepy. What the hell are those scarlet eyes? What's wrong? Zhang Jing's voice came. The second class all walked forward, but Suming stood still and looked towards the dark forest. I found a red-eyed phantom beast, crawling in the distance. It's approaching us, and it's the kind of situation where you close your eyes after walking for a while. Suming replied. Zhang Jing was startled, then looked at the dark forest. There was nothing. Did you read it wrong? Also, can your eyes penetrate the darkness? Zhang Jing couldn't help asking. Suming nodded. The first time I am armored, my eyes seem to have evolved and I can see a lot of things. Zhang Jing was surprised. Suming has evolved a human talent? This is definitely human talent? Report back to the captain. But now is not the time to talk about that. Is it still there? Zhang Jing probed. At this time, the phantom beast moved again and began to approach a distance. At the same time, a red glow was fleeting, and Zhang Jing, who was paying special attention, finally noticed it. Rattan. Swish! A tough vine penetrated into the pitch-black forest and headed towards the position where the red light disappeared. At this moment, Suming saw with his own eyes that the phantom beast finally moved. He opened his scarlet eyes and attacked the two of them at a very fast speed, dodging the attack of the vines. The strength is definitely at the bronze level. Ming subconsciously summoned the Silver Moon Wolf King, but Zhang Jing sneered, "If you dare to open your eyes, then you are finished." Branch. Swish swish. The continuous sound of breaking the air turned into hundreds of vines and rushed towards the unknown phantom beast. The red eyes gave Zhang Jing a good judgment. This time, Zhang Jing didn't let up, and with silver-level strength, he tied the unknown phantom beast in an instant. From the dark forest, he dragged it directly back. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1717, Decay, Fixed Water, Mandala. This thing, isn't it an ordinary Black Panther beast? How could it become like this? When Zhang Jing came back with an unknown phantom beast, he couldn't help but wonder at the first sight. And when Suming saw it, it was very strange. It is indeed an ordinary Black Panther beast. But those scarlet eyes are too weird. Moreover, after the Black Panther beast was caught, it felt a little bit of pain. Its bronze-level strength is completely unable to tear the vines of Fengshan vine, but even if the teeth are cracked and injured, it will shine and bite. It's as if it's been strengthened by something. The attack power and speed have both increased. Zhang Jing looked at it and said. Then, as a vine sprang out and directly penetrated the body of the Black Panther beast, Zhang Jing was stunned again. Because when the Black Panther's body was broken open, it revealed the organs that had already decayed. Not even a few drops of blood. Damn it! There are powerful phantom beasts with undead attributes here? Absolutely epic above the silver level, Zhang Jing said subconsciously. But at this moment, a red light suddenly flashed in Suming's line of sight. I don't know when, deep in the forest, endless red eyes lit up from the darkness. A splendid light spot, with a hazy artistic conception, comes with red eyes. Before Suming could speak, Zhang Jing found out. Armorization. Swish. Swish. Hundreds of vines rose to the sky, covering Zhang Jing's entire body, and then the green light flashed, turning into a set of emerald green sturdy wooden armor. At the same time, a blue sapling like a branch grew from Zhang Jing's back. When it appeared, it was like a river flowing from Zhang Jing's side. Demons, Ding Shuisha level, bronze middle grade quality, epic talent, water. Stabilization, epic, rooted, rare, skill, giving water, bronze. After checking the sapling with gold finger, Suming couldn't help but gasped. Unexpectedly, Zhang Jing also has an epic phantom beast. But it also means that it is very critical at this moment. Even Zhang Jing couldn't help turning into armor and summoned a second phantom beast. Armorization. At this moment, Suming couldn't bear it anymore. The silver radiance enveloped Suming, and the power began to skyrocket. When everything dissipated, a suit of silver-white armor decorated with crystals covered Suming's body. Different from the past, at this moment, the crescent moon completely appeared on Suming's forehead. The original standard armor also began to soften, with a hint of the moon's artistic conception. The most important thing is that the power this time is more than twice as powerful as the first armoring. Suming, while fighting, retreat to the main force. I'll block most of the powerful red-eyed phantom beasts. If there are any omissions, you can make up for them. Don't let them hit the students. Zhang Jing shouted. At this moment, the two have just made some moves and have already left the team. And the group of red-eyed phantom beasts had already rushed over. Zhang Jing's vines filled the sky and built a powerful defense that blocked most of the red-eyed demons. But there is still a small part that rushed in. Seeing this scene, Suming instantly activated the moon speed and waved a few silver blades away. A few clicks. This group of red-eyed phantom beasts were divided by silver blades, revealing the inside of their rotten bodies. Ding! Kill mutant ordinary eudemons. Experience value plus 15. Evolution point plus 0.02. Ding! Kill the mutant black iron phantom beast. Experience value plus 150. Evolution point plus 0.15. Ding! In an instant, Suming's eyes couldn't help but light up. Mutated Eudemons, experience points, and evolution points, both increased by 50%. Is this because of getting stronger? Good guy? Looking at the red eyes in the distance, Suming was instantly excited and shouted, Sister Zhang, let me practice my hands. Zhang Jing was stunned for a moment, and then after seeing the scene of Suming's instant kill, he understood what this little guy meant. I'll let you in. There are no less than 2,000 phantom beasts below the silver level. I'll block the bronze ones. For you, you can do the rest. Zhang Jing said with a smile. The vine defense built by Fengshan Vine revealed a hole. In an instant, dozens of red-eyed demons rushed in, and the defense was closed again. At this moment, Suming raised his hands without hesitation and threw 2 wolf howling bullets. Now that the armor is turned, Suming feels that the wolf howling bullets are all tricks. Boom! With the sound of 2 explosions, ding, kill mutant ordinary Eudemons, experience value plus 15, evolution point plus 0.02 ding, kill the mutant black iron phantom beast, experience value plus 150, evolution point plus 0.15 ding, ding. Seeing the soaring experience and evolution points, Suming couldn't help but be overjoyed. In a short period of time, it is enough to make an evolution point. If you go on killing like this, if you kill all the 2,000 mutant Eudemons on the opposite side, not to mention too much, there will definitely be 30 evolution points. Suming thought very well, but what he didn't know was that at this moment, he and Zhang Jing were already close to the army, and Zhou Tao noticed the movement behind him in an instant. What the hell? Lightning strike. Hoop. A pair of iron wings behind Zhou Tao brought boundless lightning, turned into a lightning blade more than 20 meters long, and cut it down with a single blow. Suming still doesn't know what's going on. The crackling sound of thunder fell from the sky. Boom! Cut directly into the mutant Eudemons group. In an instant, all the lightning was like a chain, directly burning all the Eudemons, leaving a ravine 3 meters long. In the blink of an eye, the mutant beasts were all wiped out. And Suming, the heart began to bleed. What's going on? Zhou Tao couldn't help asking, and looked at Suming. At this time, he found that Suming's eyes were full of resentment. After Zhang Jing explained the process, Zhou Tao nodded. This place is a little dangerous for students. Let me find that thing. An eagle with a wingspan of 50 meters swept across the sky, and at this moment Zhou Tao also flew into the sky. Thunderfield. Whoa! With the sound of Zhou Tao's voice, with the Thunder Eagle as the center, dense lightning bolts covering half a kilometer were suddenly born from the void, illuminating the entire dark forest. When the lightning fell, everything around was seen by everyone. Desolate, dead, and rotten carcasses. Ruthless, an eagle's hoof roared over the sky, and the huge body of the thundering eagle headed towards the depths of the forest. The huge lightning, accompanied by the field, destroyed everything below. When the thundering eagle was far away, everyone found out. I don't know when, the shining pollen in the sky has drifted away. A deep purple flower bud, with a halo, bloomed from the distant hilltop, beautiful and gorgeous. But the top of the hill under the flower buds is actually a decayed phantom beast corpse, built. Epic, mandala. Seeing this scene, Suming couldn't help but wonder. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1818, 1, Bright Blind, if the contract. When the bud bloomed, everyone at the scene recognized what it was. Mandala, a well-known flower species before the divine revival. But after the divine resurrection, it is the most terrifying existence, ranked first among the epic plant-type Eudemons. That's right. First, this is an epic plant Eudemons, the recognition and fear of mandala. Because whenever the mandala appears, it represents decay, dead silence, cyclicity, and sea of corpses and blood. This is the flower of disaster that grew up relying on the essence of the flesh and blood of phantom beasts. The moment it appeared, it also meant that countless phantom beasts in the past used their own flesh and blood as nourishment to irrigate it. It turned out to be the mandala at the top of the silver level. Trouble. Seeing the distant scene, Zhou Tao said with extremely cautious eyes. He is a gold-level armored envoy, but he must be careful when facing the growing mandala. This is an Eudemons that combines death, hallucination, poison, charm, tenacity, defense, and one. It would be even more terrifying if it were allowed to enter the gold level, the moment it was born. All the instructors listened to the order and divided half of them to cover the students' withdrawal from the place and end the special training. Artist, start to disperse the surrounding pollen. Other instructors, clean up the surrounding phantom beasts controlled by mandala. In an instant, Zhou Tao's voice spread throughout the entire team. Disperse. Suddenly, a light female voice spread throughout the scene. I don't know when, another female instructor in the team summoned a white light group, which appeared in the sky, and swayed pieces of light. The pollen that was about to approach the team completely dissipated the moment it touched the spot of light. Seeing this scene, Suming clearly knew that pollen was definitely not a good thing. Brutal. The thundering war eagle let out a long howl, unleashes a large amount of lightning, waving at the mandala flower. But in the next moment, the mandala above the corpse, the stamens were scattered slightly, and the layers of thin purple light curtains turned into a strong defense, resisting the lightning of the thunder eagle. Seeing this scene, Suming's eyes showed a trace of horror. No wonder the eudemons, known as the #1 epic plant, was able to leapfrog the thunder eagle. At the same time, in the mandala stamens, a piece of purple mist was once again sprinkled, and it was scattered around with the wind. At this moment, the entire dark forest rioted. Countless red-eyed mutated eudemons woke up in the fog and approached the school team. In the quiet forest just now, a group of beasts attacked in the blink of an eye, even more terrifying than on the plain. The mandala is rooted here, and it has completely devoured the eudemons that controlled this area. If we hadn't come early, when it devoured the plain area outside, it would have been promoted to the gold level, Zhang Jing said when she saw this scene. Countless vines flew and began to protect the students from retreating. And at this moment, Suming did not hesitate. In the armored state, it directly blocks the places that the instructors missed, and protects the students from exiting. This mandala is simply incomprehensible, not to mention its own ability. Just confuse the eudemons that control this area, it's like a bug. After special manipulation, it can also strengthen the eudemons, which is a bit outrageous. The entire large force began to retreat outwards. Countless red-eyed phantom beasts attacked in groups, and the students began to suffer casualties. But thanks to the protection of the instructors, the casualties are still within an acceptable range. Ding! Kill mutant ordinary eudemons, experience value +15, evolution point +0.02. Ding! Kill the mutant black iron phantom beast, experience value +150, evolution point +0.15. Ding! Ding! As the prompt sounded, Suming was full of excitement. This experience and evolution point, earning fast. In the previous wave, Zhou Tao killed him and almost vomited blood in one blow. Now it's good to make up for it. Thinking of this, Suming couldn't help but look at the core battlefield. Zhou Tao and the other 5 instructors are fighting against mandala, but at this time, they seem to have not used their full strength, and want to wait until the school team is completely withdrawn. Seeing this scene, Suming is happy. That little monster is all mine. By the way, use gold finger to sweep down the mandala panel. Eudemons, flower of mandala grade, top grade silver quality, epic talent, devour, epic, poison, epic, toughness, epic, confuse, rare. Skills, absorption, silver, hallucination, silver, control, silver, flower. Screen, silver, pollen, silver, good guy. This panel almost blinded Suming. 3 epic talents come up, and the rest have 5 rare talents. 5 silver skills, and the rest have 8 bronze skills. Zayawai's panel, compared to this, feels nothing. Suming finally understood why the mandala came first. This thing, whoever touches who is confused. But unfortunately, the growth process of mandala is really terrible. The phantom beasts that are like mountains of corpses and seas of blood are cultivated and irrigated with flesh and blood. From a seed, let it germinate, break the ground, grow. The consumption in this, with formal means, who can raise it? Suming estimates that the consumption in the middle is almost the same as a legendary eudemons. Wait a minute. Formal means? With a swipe of both hands, Suming shot out 8 silver blades, directly killing more than a dozen ordinary phantom beasts around. Formal means, of course, can't afford a mandala. But what about informal means? Such as my own gold finger. How did Zayawai evolve? If you don't kill monsters and upgrade, how about a mandala? Why waste resources and irrigate? If you raise it yourself, just let it go and kill monsters as well? At this moment, Suming took a deep breath. Can't help but look at the mountain. My second contract Demons hasn't landed yet. If the mandala is contracted. Just as Suming was thinking about how to contract the mandala, the school team finally withdrew from the forest and returned to the plain again. And at this moment, those red-eyed phantom beasts that were being manipulated seemed to have reached the limit and were no longer chasing. The main force was finally safe, and the remaining instructors breathed a sigh of relief. After discussing for a while, 3 instructors were left to take care of the team, and the rest went to the battlefield to help. After all, the mandala is a bit difficult to deal with. At this moment, they saw Suming, facing the herd alone, shuttled back and forth without any pressure. At this moment, everyone realized that, unconsciously, this high school student has grown to this point. You don't want to die. Zhang Jing saw this scene and controlled the vines to come down to help. The same goes for the remaining instructors. When the phantom beast in front of him was suddenly emptied, Suming flashed a faint sadness. Sister Zhang, I'm practicing. Suming said, how could such a good opportunity be missed? Hearing this, Zhang Jing smiled and said, let's go to mandala, you can control more phantom beasts. Go over there to help clean up. We can take care of you too. After he finished speaking, he took Suming and flew to the center of the battlefield. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 1919, Offense, 5 points, promoted to Bronze. To be honest, Suming originally wanted to refuse. But when he came to the scene and saw the red-eyed phantom beasts all over the mountains and plains, attacking the instructors, Suming couldn't help but say, really fragrant? At this moment, mandala did not activate its own ability, but only controlled the demons, consuming everyone. Instructors, I'll take care of this one. Suming turned into a silver light and appeared in a dense area below. With a wave of both hands, more than a dozen silver blades cut melons and vegetables to kill a large group of phantom beasts, and harvested a large amount of experience points. This made Zhou and the others stunned. Where did the black iron come from? But after seeing Suming, I couldn't help but laugh. This kid is a fully qualified armored mercenary. Zhang Jing, look at Suming a little. The others, Kaira, attack. Zhou ordered and charged into the sky like a cannonball. In an instant, a large piece of light of various colors shone on the sky and turned into armors. Suming is still immersed in killing monsters, but when the bright light swept over, I couldn't help but look. At this time, the figure of the thundering eagle has disappeared. Instead, it was Zhou armored figure with a wingspan of 3 meters. On his armor, densely entwined thunders appeared, and the phantom of the thundering war eagle was transformed behind it. On both sides of it, 2 more phantom beasts appeared. Suming couldn't help but check it out with gold finger. Demons, diamond ape level, gold low grade quality, rare talent : Demons, shocked giant elephant level, gold low grade quality, rare talent : The same 2 rare gold level phantom beasts, compared to the thunder eagle, are a bit different. However, at this time, Suming discovered that Zhou other phantom beasts belonged to the power type, with the thundering eagle as the sword and the power of the other 2 demons as supplements. It is no wonder that Zhou can become the captain of the first team in the Star Alliance. At this moment, the herd of beasts controlled by mandala poured in overwhelmingly. But when Zhou other 2 demons began to attack, they were like bulldozers on the battlefield. All the red-eyed phantom beasts were directly knocked into the air, revealing their rotten organs. The attacks of other instructors were also launched at the same time, clearing the herd at an extremely fast speed. Seeing this scene, Suming's mouth twitched, and he also accelerated. Every time he attacked, at least 10 silver blades shot out and began to harvest the red-eyed demons. Ding! 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 The experience value began to soar, but the next moment, a tiger roar with an extremely strange sound suddenly sounded. Roar. At some point, a giant tiger with a body length of 6 meters and blue tiger stripes, with incomparably scarlet red eyes, attacked Suming. Bronze level blue striped tiger. Moon speed, silver pattern. Suming murmured subconsciously. The silver-colored armor began to pass between the eyebrows, condensing strength. In Suming's hand, 2 silver energy bullets instantly condensed. Wolf howl. The 2 energy bombs in his hand were thrown out by Suming at will. It directly hit the blue-striped tiger that came from the impact. Boom! After 2 loud explosions, the body of the blue-striped tiger fell directly to the ground, revealing its decayed organs. In addition, there are 7 or 8 Eudemons around it. Ding! Kill mutant bronze level. Eudemons, experience plus 2000, evolution point plus 2 ding. Ding! I'm so fierce. Seeing this scene, Suming subconsciously said. But after hearing the system prompt, open the panel again. Host, Suming level, Black Iron top grade talent, eyesight, Black Iron, Eudemons 1, Silver Moon Wolf King evolution point, 5 after killing the blue-striped tiger, the evolution point. Exceeded 5? It seems to be more cost-effective to hunt bronze-level phantom beasts. Suming thought. Kill 1 with 2 evolution points, go back and kill 5, and you can evolve Howling Moon. Serious? System, assign 4 points to evolve the Silver Moon Wolf King, and 1 point to evolve myself. Ding! Allocation plan completed. 4 points Silver Moon Wolf King, 1 point host. Is it evolving? Yes. At this moment, a white light appeared in the body again, and began to swim around Suming's body. At this moment, Suming is in the state of armored envoy, but the power in his body is still skyrocketing. The power from the Silver Moon Wolf King began to become more abundant, and the power that was just consumed was restored in the blink of an eye. The visual image of both eyes began to strengthen. Again, taking the distance as the unit, Suming felt that it was more than doubled. Ding! Evolution is complete. Ding! Xiaoyu Serious Bloodline, unblock 50% after receiving the prompt. Suming took a deep breath. Now, you are eligible to start hunting bronze-level phantom beasts on the battlefield. Wolf Howl. Suming waved his hands, the power of the armor began to flow, and 10 wolf howling bullets condensed around him instantly. Then, Suming's body flashed, instantly turning into a phantom and jumping into the air, controlling the wolf howling bomb, blasting towards the beasts below. Boom boom boom! 10 consecutive explosions sounded in rows on the battlefield. This movement made others notice instantly. However, at this moment, when they discovered that Suming, like a human-shaped fort, waving a wolf howl bomb to bombard the herd, the corners of his mouth twitched at the same time. Are you sure this is a Black Iron? The one that didn't even get bronze? This movement is better than some of them silver? Ding! Kill mutant ordinary Eudemons, experience value plus 15, evolution point plus 0.02 ding. Kill the mutant Black Iron Phantom Beast, experience value plus 150. Evolution point plus 0.15 ding. Kill mutant bronze level Eudemons, experience plus 2000, evolution point plus 2 ding. Ding! The experience value is full. Do you want to upgrade the Silver Moon Wolf King level? After a long time, as the red-eyed Eudemons on the battlefield gradually decreased, Suming showed an excited look. Finally, I have to upgrade, then I will completely enter the bronze level. Yes. After Suming's voice sounded, the Silver Moon Wolf King withdrew from the armored state and was enveloped by the upgraded white light. The white light began to expand rapidly and stopped gradually after about 7 meters. When the white light dissipated, Suming suddenly found that Xiaoyu's upgrade this time seemed a bit incredible. In terms of appearance alone, in addition to the increase in size, the crescent on the forehead has gradually turned into a half-moon. The color of the wolf hair on the whole body completely began to change to bright white, and the crystals of the minions strengthened with the intensity visible to the naked eye. To say that nothing has changed, only the silver streaks remain. Suming couldn't figure out whether it was due to upgrade or evolution, so he directly opened the Eudemons panel to check. National Armorization, Infinite Evolution Super Illusory God 2020, Xiaoyu, Melancholy, Brought Hatred Eudemons, Silver Moon Wolf King level, Bronze low grade quality, Rare talent, Serious, Rare, Moonlight, Rare, Moon Seal, Rare, Howling Moon, Rare, Skills, Yuemin. Bronze, Silver Blade, Bronze, Moon Speed, Bronze, Wolf Howling Bullet, Bronze, Silver Pattern, Bronze, Wolf King Cannon, Bronze, Linyu, Bronze, Moon Shadow, Bronze, Note Serious, can command all wolves below rare quality. Note Xiaoyu, echoes with the moonlight to generate qualitative change in combat power. Note Moon, with the help of moonlight, the ability to fly can be temporarily obtained. Note Moon Shadow, the shadow that can briefly escape into the moonlight refraction. After reading the panel, Suming was stunned. This time, it was an earth-shaking change, and all skills were upgraded. Even the flying and stealth skills were obtained, and even the Xiaoyu skill of the evolutionary seal was unsealed. Look at that Xiaoyu annotation, Suming seriously doubts. This is probably a transformation skill. Goldfinger has said qualitative change, how exaggerated it must be. It's a pity that it's only daytime, so I can't test it yet? Don't tell me, your phantom beast has been upgraded again. Zhang Jing's voice came from the side. Suming nodded and said, well, I'm bronze now. At this moment, Zhang Jing was completely speechless. More than a week ago, he was just a little guy with some potential, but now, he has become a bronze-level armored envoy. It's still the kind of genius armored envoy who absolutely leapfrogged. With his previous performance, Zhang Jing was sure that Suming would definitely be able to play against her now, and it is the kind that can be killed. The only thing missing is that there may be one less phantom beast to assist. For a while now, think about which university to go to. With your strength, you may not be able to get into the top 100 in the college entrance examination, but you can enter the national key universities. Zhang Jing said. Hearing this, Suming was stunned. I'm so perverted. I can't get in before the college entrance examination? I'm not joking. The Star Alliance has explored the college entrance examination situation in the 5 capitals of the Magic Capital, the Imperial Capital, the Haida, the Ancient Capital, and the Xinjiang Capital some time ago. In every major city, there are silver-level candidates. Have you seen the captain? According to the data, you can basically leapfrog and compete with the captain. Zhang Jing pointed to the top of the mountain and said softly. Suming's face turned black. At this moment, Zhou Tao, like the god of thunder, released countless lightnings, bombarding the mandala on the top of the mountain. As a result, Zhang Jing said, are there any high school students who can fight against each other? Sister Zhang, are you kidding me? Suming said speechlessly. And Zhang Jing shook his head. No kidding, I understand that there is one of the strongest candidates in Haida, who contracted a legendary phantom beast and reached the silver level. Other imperial capitals, among the top 50 candidates in their respective rankings, the Eudemons have basically started epic. Counting the candidates from hundreds of cities, at least 300 epic monster candidates have appeared in this college entrance examination. It is not an exaggeration to be called the strongest college entrance examination in the past. Suming was a little melancholy, originally thought he was strong. As a result, when it came to the college entrance examination, all kinds of monsters came out. In the original world view, black iron is very good, rare is very good, and bronze is a god. But now, there are as many bronzes as dogs, and epic rotten streets. Wait until Xiaoyu evolves into the Howling Moon Sirius, and I'm aligning the mandala. Looking back at Lao Zi's double epics, I'll be able to rank first in the college entrance examination. After being melancholy for a long time, Suming muttered as his eyes lit up. Today's college entrance examination, although a unified examination is implemented, is divided into 2 steps. The first is the National College Entrance Examination. Based on the comprehensive scores, each candidate is divided into intervals, and the rest of the schools are also selected to recruit students. And the highest level of the college entrance examination, there will be an additional college entrance examination champion contest, which will be broadcast live to the whole country. In the middle, there is a period of time to improve the strengths. Moreover, according to the current rhythm, Xiaoyu can be promoted to epic as long as he has 5 evolution points. The contract mandala is also very simple. After plant-based Eudemons are killed, they will basically leave a pile of seeds. At that time, I only need 1 for the contract. Thinking of this, Suming began to clean up the remaining red-eyed Eudemons. Ding! Kill the mutant black iron phantom beast, experience value plus 50, evolution point plus 0.05. Ding! Kill mutant bronze level Eudemons, experience plus 650, evolution point plus 0.6. Ding! Have to. After being promoted to bronze, the cleaning speed is faster, and the experience gained is also reduced accordingly. Rough calculation, it was directly cut off 3 times. This makes Suming a little melancholy. This gold finger is good for everything, but after upgrading the level, the experience gained and evolution points will be reduced accordingly when killing low-strength phantom beasts. It took a while again to finally clean up the remaining red-eyed Eudemons. This time, apart from the mandala, there was nothing else to distract everyone. At this time, Zhou Tao said, according to Plan C, Start hunting. The mandala can block attacks below the gold level. I will be responsible for the main attack. You can limit it to display other abilities. Suming was stunned for a moment, but before he could react, he saw Zhang Jing coming to his side and said, "Follow me to the outer circle and cooperate with the team to implement Plan C." What is Plan C? Suming wondered. The mercenary group's plan to hunt phantom beasts is almost the same as playing a game. Mandala is a high defense, spiritual boss. It's like yours and mine. You can't do it, and you're afraid of being killed by it, so it's good to stay in the outer circle to help. Zhang Jing explained casually. Hearing this, Suming understood. The game starts? I am familiar with this. After arriving at the designated location with Zhang Jing, Suming found that all the instructors attacked after being armored in their respective areas. The energy bombs scattered all over the sky, heading towards the mandala. But when an energy curtain full of pollen appeared, all attacks were blocked. At this moment, Zhou Tao descended from the sky and slammed down with a punch of lightning, which shattered directly. The others attack again. This time, Suming couldn't bear it anymore. He observed the mandala visually and saw a white flower stem at the root. They drew out more than a dozen silver blades that were nearly 4 meters long, and took 5 wolf howling bullets and threw them. After being promoted to bronze, you can do this without any effort. But when those attacks fell below the mandala together, something unexpected happened to Suming. Boom boom boom. The continuous explosions directly emptied a white area below the mandala, revealing the white stems of the mandala. This movement is bigger than the rest. The mandala swayed violently, covered with the roots of the phantom beast's corpse, pulled it straight up, jumped to the peak, and covered the white flower stem. Moreover, the open stamen slowly opened in the direction of Suming, condensing violent purple energy. At this moment, Suming was silent. It seems that the hatred value has been pulled, star.